Hey, everybody. Welcome to the second podcast for Kids Connect. I am here. This is Gina Beal. I am the Director of Children's Ministries here at Alamo Heights, and I'm here with Sean Jones.
Hey there. It's Sean.
Today, we're going to be talking about VBS, also known as Vacation Bible School, which is coming up soon. Our Vacation Bible School will be the second week of June 10th to the 14th. Mark your calendars for that. And registration opens on April 1st, which is coming up just in a few days. So this year, I am super excited about this year's VBS. I've been doing this a long time. This will be I think it's my 30th VBS. I'm counting my volunteer years. And I've always wanted just a true beach theme. Just a beach party fun, and this year we're doing it. This year's theme is called Surfs Up, and so we're going to be on the beach. We're going to have our surfboards, and we're pulling out all of our surfer lingo, so it's going to be totally tubular. We're going to be hanging loose.
Riding the waves with Jesus.
That's right. So we are actually kind of recycling some older curriculum that Cokesbury did called Surf Shack, which is no longer available. So we are taking what we can pull from that and making it our own, and all of our Bible stories will be about water and Jesus, which I'm super excited about that. So we'll have the same theme for the whole week. I'm actually really excited about getting to wear a Hawaiian shirt for the week of VBS. That'll be really fun too.
I would say we use that word VBS. We throw it out there, but really the whole idea, I think, behind VBS, Vacation Bible School, is that kids are out of school. They're out doing things for the summer, and we want to make things exciting. We want to invite them in to come for a week to learn about Jesus. We have a wide variety of kids. You have kids that have really never heard the gospel story, and this is their first time. You have kids who know the stories backwards and forwards, but love to have fun hearing them in a new light. And then you have kids who are in between. So it's 5 days of activities, worship, fun, crafts, Bible stories to teach kids about
Snacks.
Jesus. Snacks, don't forget snacks. Recreation, that's a favorite. So it's a great way for people who are members of the church to come and have fun. It's also a great way for people who haven't set foot in our doors to come. Sometimes it's intimidating to come on Sunday morning when you're not familiar with the place, but when you come and hang out with your friends all week long and sing and praise and have fun and learn about Jesus, it just becomes a second home.
It's true. And on a Sunday morning, we really only get the kids for 1 hour, but for VBS, we get them for 3 hours each day. So we've got 15 hours in 1 week, not only to teach them, the gospel, but also just to hang out with them and be with them, because we just really love being with the kids. It's super fun. It really is. I always say it's one of my favorite things to do, and it really is. It's a lot of work. We start working on VBS in January, but it is definitely a labor of love. Like you said, some kids come to church with us on a regular basis, and we have kids that I call them just our VBS kids, and I really don't see them any other time of year until VBS, and it's fun to see them every year. I've got kids that started coming when they were in kindergarten, and now they're youth helpers, which is totally fun. So it's good to see their faces each year and watch how they've grown. And it's a great opportunity to invite your friends. So like you said, for our regular church kids, you get to introduce your friends to how cool this church is, and that church really can be fun.
Well, it's exciting to see, and it's open for kids who are rising kinder through rising fifth grade. Of course, we do have programming for the littles. If you have preschoolers, toddlers, if you are a volunteer with us for VBS, then your kiddos get to come and join the fun as well.
And I will say that for volunteers, not only the preschools and the littles, but on down to the nursery. I mean, if you have an infant and you want to help with VBS, I have volunteers that have a baby, a toddler, and a third grader, and they can all come to VBS, and we even get little VBS t-shirts for the littlest ones. And the preschoolers, it's not just childcare. I mean, they get a full VBS program. They get their craft time and their rec. They get their Bible stories, and they have their activities in their classrooms. And so it is a full VBS program from the preschool on up through fifth grade. Registration opens on April 1st, and you can find the link to register on the church's website. Go to ahumc.org/VBS. I'll have a link there to register your kids, which is going into kinder through fifth grade. So if you have a preschooler that's going into kinder in the fall, they can come and sign up as a kindergartner. And then if you have a fifth grader that is graduating out of fifth grade, it'll be okay, mamas, you can do this. Our fifth graders going into sixth grade become our youth helpers. So going into sixth grade through 12th grade are our youth helpers. And then we have some college age kids that want to come back, and they can be adult crew leaders, and they can help with that role. We need lots of those too. So on April 1st, go to the website, ahumc.org vbs and look for the links. There'll be one for kids, there's one for youth helpers, and there's already one for adult volunteers right now. So if you would like to volunteer and be a part of the fun, you can go sign up right now.
And when she says April 1st, we mean April 1st. Set your alarm, set a timer or reminder. Sometimes some age groups fill up and you don't want to be waitlisted because we can only have as many children participate as we have volunteers to come and help shepherd and guide our kids. So everybody's excited. We're ready. We mark that day on our calendar, April the 1st, and we jump online quick.
Several age groups do fill up, but I will say, especially the youth helpers. One year, the youth helpers, literally within 24 hours, we were full. Not to scare any of you, but don't dilly-dally. On April 1st, get on there and get especially your youth helpers signed up.
Oh, I'm convinced the youth have almost as much fun as the kids.
Oh, they do. And that's intentional. We want them to. A lot of them say, I want to be a kid forever. I don't want to be a youth helper, but youth helpers, they have just as much fun, and they get their shirts and they get to participate in all the activities that we're doing throughout the week.
One of the things that's really going to make Surf's Up so different from anything we've ever done before is we're going to have a new rotation where we devote time for missions with the kids. So the kids get to go to recreation, like we mentioned, crafts. They get to rotate through these things, the Bible story. But one of our activities is going to be a mission statement and learning time. We attended a conference in Austin, I guess a couple months ago, and just looking at the spiritual development of our kiddos. And one of the things that we came away with, each one of us really felt like we needed to really think and consider and pray on how can we teach kids how to serve. We spend time teaching them about Jesus. We teach them the Bible stories. We teach them how to pray. We sing, we worship. But how do we teach them how to serve? And so we came away from that conference thinking that our natural first step could be starting with Bible school. So we're going to have our own pastor, Janet Weatherston, who is overseeing so many of the outreach things that we do here at the church. She's going to be our guest in that spot to help show the children the things that we do here already at Alamo Heights United Methodist Church. We're going to spend time looking at, an example would be the Hope Center, so that kids really get to see what the Hope Center is, what it does, and how the church serves the needs of the community through that. We've already started implementing, we did a mission Sunday over spring break where we created blessing bags for the kids to take one and for the church to have bags on hand as they're out and about in the community and they see someone in need on the street as they drive through. So Pastor Janet is going to really help us hone in and show the kids, not only teach them what it means to serve the Lord, but show them. And so we're really excited about this rotation to be in addition to our regular Bible school activities.
Yeah, it's going to be a good addition. And if you're ever wondering, what does a day at VBS look like for the kids? Especially for those of you, if you haven't done a VBS with us before. Each day, the kids, they start with worship. We worship together every morning and we close in worship every day. And then they'll have some time to get to know their small group of kids. We usually have the kids in groups of 10 to 12 and they make new friends. They get to know each other. And then they start rotating into the fun stuff, the recreation, the craft rotation, the Bible stories, and then as Sean mentioned, the missions and outreach. And then we come together and close in worship each day before parents pick up. And to make all of this fun stuff happen, it really does take a whole lot of volunteers. And if you've never volunteered with us for anything or for VBS, we always have 2 adults with every group of kids. So if you would like to come play with the kids, and really the crew leaders are just guides. You're guiding the kids through the day to make sure they get from point A to point B and spending some time and getting to know them. But you don't have to be a teacher. You don't have to have any experience or any training. You just have to love kids and love Jesus, and then we'll help you with the rest. So each small group of kids, 10 to 12 kids, we have 2 adults and we have 2 youth helpers in there. So if you would like to volunteer, you are never alone. And then we need groups of volunteers. We have teams we have a craft team. So there's usually 4 or 5 adults in each rotation to help. So if you volunteer, you've got friends by your side. You're never alone. And I know working with a group of kids can sound intimidating if you've never done it before, but we work really hard to make it super easy. We have everything ready for you on the Monday of VBS. And then we train all of our volunteers. We'll feed you too. So our VBS volunteer training dinner is on Thursday, June 6th at 6:30. So we'll come together just to get to see one another and fellowship and get to know your teams. And then we'll go through what our week at VBS looks like and to make sure that you're ready and prepared and comfortable and confident and excited to jump into VBS on Monday morning.
I promise if you stop and join us for that week, not only will you be a blessing to the kids, you will be blessed. I can't really explain it unless you're there to see the week unfold, but you really do receive your own blessing by being part of this week. And just there's something about seeing the gospel through the eyes of a kid that you just really get to peel off the layers and just be right there with them. So it's really great. And then if you cannot devote a week due to work, and we certainly understand that, there are lots of ways that you can get involved. We need so many things from, if you wanted to donate, we're going to have an Amazon wish list for the different craft supplies, different things, decorations that we'll be using. If you want to donate, especially toward our mission project, the kids will be bringing offering to donate for our various mission projects that we're going to be learning about that week. Definitely on that Sunday, the 9th, before we get everything started, we'll need so many hands helping to transform the church campus into a true surfing vibe. So we'll need anybody that is free and willing to come on Sunday to help us, and just prayer. We need prayer for this week for the children to come and hear the Word of God. And one thing that I think is so amazing that Alamo Heights does is that every child, every youth helper, every volunteer will be prayed over for this special week. So if you want to come in and be a volunteer prayer warrior, we will have all of the names of all of the participants, and they will each be prayed over before that week begins. So there are numerous ways to jump in and get involved if you want to be a part. We'll gladly take your help.
Absolutely. Even like Sean said, if you work during the week, there are other ways to help. And we have some working mamas that help us do some prep and cutting things out and sorting and organizing as you have time between now and all the way up through VBS week. And then the week before VBS, we really kind of get into the nitty-gritty and do some hardcore grouping the supplies together, making sure that we're ready. So if you have some time that week before, just let me know. But that Sunday, what day is that? The June 9th. As soon as church is out at 12 o'clock, we go into high gear and we are going to be working hard to transform this entire campus. We literally take over the entire church for VBS, which I personally love to see kids oozing out of every pore of this building. It's so fun. But it is a lot of work to transform it and do our stage decorations in the Christian Life Center and in the sanctuary, and even our craft rooms and storytelling rooms are decorated, and we have sets and backdrops, and it's a lot of work, but it's all for the point of when the kids come Monday morning and they walk in and their eyes light up and their faces light up and they're so excited to be here because it didn't look like that Sunday morning, but now it looks like, we want to say surf shack, but we are going to have a surf shack on stage, and we'll transform it into a beach, and we're going to have surfboards. So if anybody has any surfboards you would like to loan us for the week of VBS, we promise to return them when it's over. We're not really going to be surfing on them, but we would love lots of props. I even heard there's somebody out there, I won't mention any names, that has like a lifeguard chair. If you have any fun props like that you'd like to loan us for the week of VBS, we would love to use that and take good care of it and return it to you after the week. What am I forgetting, Sean?
Oh, the big one. We're going to end our week in a epic cowabunga way. I can't give too many details away. Don't want to spoil the surprise, but we're really excited about something fun for Friday to end the week. So stay tuned for some clues, and also mark your calendar to set your alarm for April the 1st so that you can register.
All right. Well, thanks for hanging with us and listening to our VBS. We are super excited, in case you can't tell. So if you have any questions, please reach out. You can find my contact, Gina Beal, on the church's website, ahumc.org.
And follow us on social media, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Kids Connect. Don't forget to follow or subscribe to the podcast so you don't miss a single episode. If you have any questions, email us at podcasts@ahumc.org. That's podcasts@ahumc.org. You can also visit our website, ahumc.org, anytime. Any related links are also in this episode's show notes. Again, thank you so much for being a listener. We truly appreciate your time.